So the movie begins and we see Elon Musk doing a performance. And who knew Elon Musk could dance and sing? We then see Luffy and his crew pulling up to the island. Oh, sorry, my bad. They are pulling up to a ship. Yeah, what you see before you is in fact a ship. What? I can't even imagine the kind of labor it took to build something like this. It was the greatest entertainment center in the entire world. And if you wonder why Luffy and his gang are here, well, it's because they are dead broke. And like many of us, they would rather die than to have a job. Holy shit, that scared the shit out of me. So instead, they chose to pull out on Gran Tesoro to gamble. Yes, sir. I know Drake finna be proud of this. Like, it's so funny how Gen Z would rather do anything but to get a job. Like,
isn't that concerning?
That job applications are our worst nightmare. The moment they got in, it started raining gold. And yeah, this nigga rich. But do remember this scene because it will be very important later. They got into the main lobby where the performance was happening. Taking in a view when this group of nobodies are coming on them. They are the long pirates? Nigga, what? Needless to say that they got dealt with very quickly. Brody over here did the unimaginable and woke Zoro up from his sleep. One only kid and that nigga was back to the lobby. The rest of them were no different, getting easily packed up. Even God Usopp was packing niggas up, so that's how you know that this shit was easy. The fuck is this nigga doing with his head, bro? What the fuck? After that, Elon used his devil fruit to turn them into gold and it rained more gold on everyone. Again, remember this scene because it will be very important later. They immediately get greeted by a fire shit over here and holy shit, I have to stay focused, my brothers. She basically takes them around the island because apparently they were VIPs, you know, they are famous pirates and all that. She took them shopping and ooh, my crew's looking drippy, y'all. Someone get a mop. They get rushed by this group of kids who wanted to sell them flowers. 5,000 berries a piece, like damn, what are the flowers made of? If I buy this for my shorty, she better be willing to die for my ass, gang. Luffy heard that boy talk about freedom and immediately got curious, you know our boy Luffy. But finally she chased them away. Some crazy stuff happens with Elon, but I'm not gonna cover it because, well, I don't feel like it is my channel. Back to the crew and Fire Shades lends them 20 million to gamble. So Luffy, Usopp and Chopper get into a race where anything goes. Dude right here took an early lead but got packed up by Sergeant straight. Basically, he believes in anything straight and hates anything that is twisted. So much so that he refused to take a turn at a curb. Like nigga would rather fall off than to take the curb. That's dedication, bro. Luffy's crew was slowly catching up. Who knew Usopp was such a great driver? But of course, they got off track after this boat threw hair at them. So Luffy uses his devil fruit to get them back on track. And they actually win. After that, they go on a winning streak with straight W's. And in no time, they made 30 million. After that, finally she asked them to go to the VIP room. This ugly being looking at her pops out and peep what Luffy says.
Ew, weird. Who is that? Ew, weird. Who is that?
He uses his abilities to get them through the door. So basically, he's Obito. The game they were about to play was dice. And why is bro doing all of this for a game of dice, bro? He picks up an axe, spins around Hela, and breaks the metal cap with his head. Like, brother, ew. This weirdo gets off from having CTEs. These are the worst types of people to have as your ops. Like, you gonna beat a nigga ass and they smile. Like, at that point, bro, you got it. I'm just taking the L and leaving.
What did he need the axe for?
That's what I'm asking. Fine Shade offers them 300 mil for this one. And if you're intellectually up there like me, you already noticed that something shady is going on. But Luffy being Luffy goes all in on even and actually wins. So was I wrong? Am I just dumb? After that, Elon pops out and again, peep Luffy's reaction like,
The heck is this weirdo? The heck is this weirdo?
bro, my goat is so unhinged, bro. Luffy is so unserious, bro. He offers Luffy an insane wager, giving him 10 times his earnings if he wins. So Luffy accepts, but just before he was about to play, Fine she takes off her gloves and walks up to him. Robin already says that something was off, but it was too late. She touches him and I know some of y'all wish that was you. And of course, Luffy loses the game and everything else and was now in debt. You see, shit, don't ever doubt me again, Lewis. She basically explains that she has the power of the luck fruit and she can take or give luck to anyone she touches. It's for this reason that Luffy was catching straight W's earlier. And when she touched him again, she took away all his luck. So that's why he lost. And this is how they got people who came to the island with this scam method. Who knew Elon Musk finesse people? The crew went from being broke to being rich to being broke in debt. Like now, my crew is having a crazy night right now. Elon then asked them for his money, knowing damn well they could not pay. So he asked them to work on the ship until it's paid off, which is no different from being a slave. Like all the workers on the island fell victim to this exact same scam method and are now in debt. Even the kids we saw earlier are working off their parents' debts. She was generational. Elon tells them he was gonna use force if they refuse to work. And Zoro being Zoro, he was geek. Bro was just itching for a fight. They begin attacking the straw hats. Zoro tries going after Elon, but also got turned into gold. Elon had the gold devil fruit, if you couldn't tell by now. So any gold he touches in the world becomes his to control. And remember that scene from the beginning where it was raining gold dust? Yeah, That was intentional so that the gold dust gets into your body, making him able to turn people into gold statues and control them basically. This nigga Elon really got everything figured out. He takes Zoro hostage and gives them until the next day's midnight to cough up the money. Otherwise, he will execute Zoro on Kaizone's live stream. So they agree to it and bounce. And while they was walking on the streets, Nami reunites with an old friend of hers, who was also a beggar. She was the same shorty that was performing with Elon earlier, and turns out she's actually after the Tesoro stash, which was basically 20% of all the berries in the One Piece world, which totals 500 billion. Hellcat then asks the Straw Hats to team up with her so they can hit this heist together, hence the title. So they agree to it. So fast forward a little bit and it's game time. The plan was simple. Team A, Luffy and Frankie, had to climb the tower and head to the control room to disable the video transponder snail. And then Team B, the rest of the crew, will head for the dome where the stash was being stored. Hellcat had managed to forge a spare key, which was their way of getting in. And boom, mission complete. Let the heist begin. Luffy and Frankie were able to climb the tower with the help of some spy gear. Hellcat then distracted these idiots while the others got into the metal cap thing, and that's how they got by security. Luffy and Frankie almost messed up though, but Frankie used Coup de Fart to get them to the top. They make it to the security room and Luffy plans the signal jammer. Meanwhile, Team B came across this world's version of laser beams, but Chopper could hear them and predict where they will show next. So they actually got by. Nah, you know what? Scratch that. Bro got caught, but he wasn't a living being, so the creatures didn't react. Everything was going well until it didn't. And long story short, Luffy and Frankie ended up in this place where all the depth niggas end up. The gold desert, that's what I'm gonna call it. And this place was the worst because he had all this gold and everything you could ever dream of, but not a single drop of water or food. So these niggas were basically waiting to die of dehydration and starvation. But Luffy was not about to just sit around and wait to die, nor while Zoro was about to be executed. Now I'm gonna skip to the ending because I don't want to yap no more and I want y'all to go watch it for yourselves. Nami and the others somehow make it to the stash, but it was all a part of Elon's plan. And tells how Hellcat betrayed them. It's a cold word indeed. Everything was looking grim. Luffy and his gang were about to be drowned in seawater. Nami and the rest got captured. Like shit wasn't looking good. Elon then gives a signal for another gold splash. And this was where he messed up. Suddenly, all the lights went out and boom, it started raining seawater everywhere. Now, the One Piece fans already know that seawater and devil fruits are like Vegeta and a fine hairline. Them two don't roll together. It turns out this whole time, their actual plan was to get seawater everywhere. Cause think about it. If they try going after him head on, he would just turn them into gold statues like he did with Zoro. So it would be pointless, and I gotta hand it to my crew. This was an excellent plan. Mwah, chef's kiss. Now it was time for hands, but I'm not even gonna lie. Elon's backstory was pretty sad. Oda has done it once again, guys. Elon started crashing out and summons this big ass robot statue of himself. Luffy hits Gear 2 and leaps into the air, and then ups Gear 3 on him and hits him with an elephant gun. But he got overpowered and sends flying. This weird nigga with the axe then attacks Zoro and he blocks. Hits him with a 2-sword strike to his forehead, sending him back. But as y'all know, he enjoys pain and CTE, so he actually enjoys it. The rest of his gang joins up and hold on, wait a minute. The CP0 agents got Luffy in chains made up of sea prison stone and was about to attack. But the kid from earlier saves Luffy and then the guys from the Gold Desert join in. It was now an all-out war for freedom. Luffy flash steps to him and punches him to the ground and then goes off to face Elon. The Straws were all doing their thing, but I want to focus on fine shit right here and it's not for the reasons y'all freaks are thinking. So she starts off by taking the luck from these poor guys and then transferred it to herself, making her extremely lucky and killing her guys. And then she dropped her sword and said she could defeat Usopp, Chopper and Brook with just a coin. She then rolls it off and then a chain of reaction took place and somehow they got a whole ass bomb dropped on them. This goes on for a while until Clutch God Usopp comes up with an amazing idea and peep game. He shoots her with a casino machine, running up all her luck with a jackpot. She was hitting straight sevens. And then after her luck ran out, he hit her with his own attack and this time actually not defeating her. Like bro, that was so fucking easy. Meanwhile, Luffy was battling Elon, going blow for blow until the world government led by Rob Lucci started attacking the island. But Sabo interrupts and squabbles up with Rob. Luffy hits Elon with Red Hawk and he returns a favor with an attack of his own, knocking Luffy out. Nami gives this emotional speech which pisses Elon off, so he grabs her and tosses her. But Luffy rushes in with Gear 2 and saves them, handing them over to Robin. He then hits Gear 4, knocking out the statue. Obito was next to be packed up and then Zoro defeated a weirdo with an anime classic swordman move. Elon was still not giving up, drowning everyone in liquid gold, hitting us with the classic speech villains give right before they get defeated. Luffy of course defeated him and that was that, but the island was going to self-destruct. So Hellcat sacrifices herself to steer the ship away from the other ships so the bomb wouldn't affect them. But to everyone's surprise, when that countdown hits 0 and the explosion doesn't go off, nah. And turns out Hellcat fooled everyone and pulled off the greatest heist of all to steal the entire ship for herself. And that was the movie, y'all. Overall, this was a solid watch. The title was One Piece from Gold if y'all want to check it out for yourselves. Let me know in the comments if y'all want to see me do more anime movie commentary like this one. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment what you want to see me do next, and subscribe to support your boy. Like y'all.
This is the fight of our lives, and we're gonna win. Whatever it takes.
I'm a place private. It's so private.
your mom.